Throughout human history, we have stared at the night sky with wonder, asking one of the oldest and most unsettling questions: are we alone? For centuries, the answer was locked in myth, speculation, and imagination. But now science is beginning to suggest that alien life may not just be a fantasy. In fact, some of the most compelling evidence of extraterrestrial life is not found in distant galaxies or planets light years away, but much closer, right here in our own solar system, hidden beneath the frozen crusts and thick atmospheres of mysterious moons. From Europa to Titan, from Enceladus to Ganymede, these moons may harbor the chemical ingredients, geological processes, and even hidden oceans that could sustain alien organisms. Today, we will explore disturbing pieces of evidence suggesting that alien life may already exist on the moons orbiting our planets. Each point reveals discoveries that make scientists question the uniqueness of life on Earth and wonder if we may already be neighbors with alien ecosystems. Europa's hidden ocean of liquid water. Europa, one of Jupiter's largest moons, has long fascinated scientists because of strong evidence that beneath its icy crust lies a vast ocean of liquid water. This is disturbing because water is the single most important ingredient for life as we know it. Unlike barren rocky planets, Europa seems to have a global subsurface ocean that contains more than twice the amount of water found on Earth. NASA's Galileo spacecraft first detected magnetic field anomalies in the 1990s that strongly suggested the presence of salty, conductive water beneath the surface. Further studies of surface cracks and plumes erupting into space have confirmed that something dynamic is happening below. What unsettles many researchers is the possibility that hydrothermal vents at the bottom of this hidden ocean could mimic those found on Earth, where thriving ecosystems of strange organisms survive without sunlight, relying only on chemical energy. If such vents exist on Europa, then alien microorganisms, or perhaps even more complex life forms, may be evolving in complete darkness, waiting to be discovered. The disturbing implication is that Earth might not be the only cradle of life, and life could have arisen in parallel just a short cosmic distance away. Enceladus, mysterious plume. Saturn's small moon Enceladus should not be one of the most promising places for alien life. Yet it has shocked scientists with one of the most mysterious phenomena in the solar system: enormous plumes of water vapor and ice erupting from its south pole. These geysers shoot hundreds of kilometers into space, and spacecraft like Cassini have flown directly through them, analyzing their chemical composition. What was found was shocking: organic molecules, methane, carbon dioxide, and even complex compounds that suggest the building blocks of life are present. In fact, the ratios of gases within these plumes are disturbingly similar to those created by biological processes on Earth. The presence of molecular hydrogen, in particular, indicates that there may be hydrothermal activity under the icy crust, creating conditions strikingly similar to Earth's ocean vents where microbes flourish. The unsettling idea is that Enceladus could host a vast alien ecosystem beneath its frozen shell. Scientists are even more disturbed by the fact that these plumes deposit ice particles onto Saturn's rings, meaning alien organic material may already be drifting across space. The question is no longer whether Enceladus has the right conditions. It is whether alien organisms are already living there. Titan's methane cycle. Saturn's largest moon, Titan, is one of the most Earth-like worlds in the solar system, yet in ways that are both fascinating and disturbing. Titan is the only other body in the solar system with a stable liquid cycle on its surface. But unlike Earth's water cycle, Titan has lakes, rivers, and rain made entirely of methane and ethane. The Cassini-Huygens mission revealed sprawling lakes larger than the Great Lakes in North America and a dense atmosphere thicker than Earth's. What unsettles researchers is not only the alien chemistry of this environment, but also strange fluctuations in methane levels that cannot be fully explained by geological processes alone. Some scientists have speculated that microbial life could exist in Titan's methane seas, using hydrogen instead of oxygen to fuel metabolism. If true, this would mean life can arise in forms completely different from anything we know on Earth. The disturbing implication is that life in the universe may not always resemble Earth, like biology at all. It could thrive in environments humans consider toxic and uninhabitable. Titan forces us to confront the possibility that alien life could be stranger and more diverse than we ever imagined. Ganymede's saltwater oceans. Ganymede, the largest moon in the solar system, larger even than Mercury, holds a disturbing secret beneath its icy crust. Evidence suggests that Ganymede has a massive underground ocean, possibly layered between sheets of ice, making it one of the most water-rich worlds known. The Hubble Space Telescope detected auroras shifting due to the presence of a magnetic field, which strongly hints at a salty, conductive liquid ocean beneath the surface. What disturbs scientists is that this ocean could be nearly 100 kilometers deep, containing more water than all of Earth's oceans combined. The presence of salt suggests it could be chemically rich and possibly suitable for life. More unsettling is the fact that Ganymede has its own magnetic field, something unique among moons, which could shield potential life from radiation in ways other moons cannot. The disturbing implication is that this enormous hidden ocean, with its protective magnetic shield, may have provided a stable environment for alien organisms to exist for billions of years. Ganymede may not only be a dead moon, but a world that could rival Earth in its capacity to support life. Callisto's ancient oceans. Callisto, another of Jupiter's moons, often receives less attention than Europa or Ganymede, yet it holds a secret that is just as unsettling. Data from the Galileo spacecraft suggests that Callisto may also harbor a salty subsurface ocean beneath its heavily cratered surface. Unlike other moons, Callisto's surface is one of the most ancient in the solar system, relatively unchanged for billions of years. This makes the possibility of an ocean beneath its crust even more disturbing, because it may have existed for an unimaginably long time. That means alien life, if it ever formed there, could have had billions of years to evolve. Scientists are unsettled by the idea that a moon often considered geologically inactive and lifeless might in fact host one of the oldest habitats for extraterrestrial organisms. If microbes or simple organisms are alive beneath Callisto's surface, they could be among the oldest living things in the solar system, having developed in parallel with life on Earth. The disturbing thought is that alien life may not just be possible, but ancient, predating much of our own history on this planet. Enceladus plumes contain building blocks of life. One of the most fascinating discoveries in recent space exploration came from Saturn's moon Enceladus. In 2005, NASA's Cassini spacecraft flew past Enceladus and observed enormous plumes of water vapor erupting from cracks near its south pole. These plumes shot material hundreds of kilometers into space, creating Saturn's E-ring. At first, scientists thought it was only water, but when Cassini flew directly through the plumes in later missions, it detected something far more significant. The instruments on board revealed organic molecules, hydrogen gas, and carbon-based compounds. What made this discovery astonishing was that these are the very building blocks required for life. Hydrogen gas in particular suggested that hydrothermal vents deep inside Enceladus were interacting with water and rock, creating a chemical reaction similar to Earth's deep sea vents where microbial life thrives. Essentially, Enceladus has a salty ocean beneath its icy crust, a heat source, and organic chemistry, all key ingredients for life. The terrifying implication is that microbial life could already be swimming beneath its frozen surface, completely hidden from human eyes. If so, it would mean life is not unique to Earth but a cosmic inevitability where conditions are right. The mystery remains unsolved, but the evidence is disturbingly compelling. Methane mystery on Mars. Mars has always fascinated humanity, but one of its most haunting mysteries is the detection of methane in its thin atmosphere. On Earth, methane is primarily produced by living organisms, from microbes to cows. In 2003, telescopic observations first hinted at methane plumes on Mars, and NASA's Curiosity rover later confirmed fluctuating methane levels at Gale Crater. The strange thing is that methane on Mars seems to appear and disappear seasonally, almost like it is being replenished. This is deeply unsettling because methane does not last long in the Martian atmosphere. It breaks down quickly under ultraviolet radiation. That means something on Mars is actively producing it. The most exciting possibility is that microbial life exists underground, shielded from radiation, releasing methane as part of its biological processes. Of course, there is a non-biological explanation too. Methane could be generated through geological reactions between water and rock, but the seasonal variations and spikes in methane levels are difficult to explain without considering biology. If confirmed, it would mean Mars is not a barren desert, but a living world hiding microbial colonies beneath its surface. The possibility that life is breathing beneath our neighboring planet shakes everything we thought we knew about our cosmic isolation. Europa's hidden ocean and red stains. Jupiter's moon Europa is one of the most promising places for alien life in the entire solar system. Beneath its thick icy crust lies a global subsurface ocean containing more water than all of Earth's oceans combined. What makes Europa so eerie are the reddish-brown stains and streaks that cover its icy surface. Scientists have long debated what these stains are made of, and one theory is particularly disturbing. Some researchers believe the discoloration could be caused by organic compounds or salts carried upward from the hidden ocean below. If that is the case, it would suggest active communication between the ocean and the surface, possibly delivering signs of life. The Hubble Space Telescope has even detected water vapor plumes erupting from Europa, meaning material from its ocean might be escaping into space. Yet in 2020, astronomers using powerful telescopes announced a discovery that shocked the scientific world. They had detected phosphine gas in the upper atmosphere of Venus. On Earth, phosphine is almost exclusively produced by living organisms or through industrial processes. Its detection on Venus was extraordinary. Easily explain its presence in such quantities. The upper atmosphere of Venus, though toxic, has conditions where microbial life could theoretically survive, floating in cloud layers shielded from the extreme heat below. While some scientists argue the phosphine detection may have been misinterpreted, others believe it could be the first real sign of extraterrestrial biology. The idea that alien microbes could be floating high above the fiery surface of Venus is both fascinating and terrifying. It challenges our assumptions about where life can exist and suggests that even the most hostile environments in the solar system may not be devoid of biology. Mysterious signals from Ganymede's magnetic field. Ganymede, the largest moon in the solar system, is not only massive but also unique because it has its own magnetic field, something no other moon possesses. In 1996, NASA's Galileo spacecraft detected unusual plasma waves near Ganymede, and more recently, the Juno spacecraft recorded strange radio emissions linked to its magnetic environment. These signals are important because they suggest that Ganymede's magnetic field is interacting with a subsurface salty ocean, generating auroras and unusual electromagnetic activity. Scientists believe that beneath its icy crust, Ganymede harbors an ocean of liquid water, potentially containing more water than all of Earth's oceans combined. The eerie radio emissions hint that this ocean might be electrically conductive, possibly due to salts and minerals dissolved within it. While not direct proof of life, the signals show that Ganymede has all the right conditions for it: water, chemistry, and energy. The thought that an enormous moon orbiting Jupiter could host an entire hidden biosphere beneath its surface is mind-bending. If microbial or even more advanced life exists in that ocean, then the strange signals we are detecting might be whispers from an alien world just waiting to be explored. Enceladus chemical cocktail suggests metabolism. Saturn's icy moon Enceladus has long fascinated scientists because of its dramatic plumes shooting water vapor, organic molecules, and other substances into space. But one of the most disturbing discoveries was the detection of a particular mix of chemicals that eerily mirrors what we would expect from biological processes. NASA's Cassini spacecraft, during its close flybys, found molecular hydrogen, methane, and carbon dioxide in the plumes. These are not just random gases. Together they form the same chemical cocktail that microbes on Earth exploit for energy. Deep-sea microorganisms in hydrothermal vents use hydrogen as a fuel source to metabolize carbon compounds, producing methane as a byproduct. The unsettling part is that the levels of methane on Enceladus are much higher than predicted by non-biological processes alone. This discrepancy led researchers to question whether something alive beneath Enceladus' icy crust is producing methane. If so, it means we are not dealing with a sterile ocean, but one that could be teeming with alien microbes. Even if these life forms are simple, the fact that metabolism, like activity, might be happening so far from Earth forces us to rethink the universality of biology. Enceladus may not just be a frozen wasteland, it could be an active alien biosphere hidden in plain sight. Europa's oxygen atmosphere is shockingly Earth-like. Europa, Jupiter's icy moon, is already a top candidate for extraterrestrial life because of its subsurface ocean. But the eerie twist is its thin atmosphere, which contains oxygen, the very same gas essential for complex life on Earth. While Europa's atmosphere is incredibly tenuous compared to Earth's, scientists were surprised to discover that radiation from Jupiter bombards Europa's surface ice, splitting water molecules and releasing oxygen into the air. This means Europa essentially generates a natural oxygen cycle, something that on Earth is tightly linked to life processes. What makes this so disturbing is the implication that, if oxygen is trickling into Europa's hidden ocean through cracks in its icy crust, it could provide the energy source necessary for organisms far more complex than bacteria. Some researchers speculate that entire ecosystems could exist beneath the ice, powered by oxygen and nutrients from hydrothermal vents. If true, Europa might harbor not just microbial mats, but potentially alien analogs of fish or other multicellular creatures. The haunting thought is that Europa may be Earth's closest twin in terms of habitability, and we might be standing on the brink of confirming that life can arise independently in our solar system more than once. The Titan methane mystery. Saturn's moon Titan is unlike any other body in the solar system. Its thick, nitrogen-rich atmosphere and methane lakes make it strangely Earth-like in appearance, but in an alien and unsettling way. What disturbs scientists most is Titan's methane balance. Methane in its atmosphere should break down under sunlight within tens of millions of years. Yet Titan has an abundant, continuous supply. The source remains unexplained. Geologists suggest it might be coming from reservoirs deep within Titan, but the possibility that microbial life is replenishing methane cannot be ruled out. On Earth, certain microbes called methanogens produce methane as a metabolic byproduct. If something similar exists on Titan, it would mean Titan's bizarre chemistry is sustained not by geology, but biology. The concept of alien microbes surviving in lakes of liquid methane, where the solvent of life is not water but hydrocarbons, is profoundly unsettling. It challenges our Earth-centric definition of life. More disturbingly, if life can evolve in an environment so different from ours, it implies the universe could be filled with unimaginable alien ecologies, thriving in forms completely unrecognizable to us. Titan may be a living example that life is not rare, but inevitable. Ganymede's magnetic field, and hidden ocean. Ganymede, Jupiter's largest moon and the biggest moon in the solar system, is terrifying not only because of its sheer size, but because of its hidden secrets. Ganymede is the only moon known to have its own magnetic field, something typically reserved for full planets. This magnetic field strongly suggests internal activity, such as a molten core, but also hints at the presence of a vast saltwater ocean beneath its thick icy crust. This ocean could hold more water than all of Earth's combined seas, making it a prime candidate for alien life. The disturbing element is that Ganymede's magnetic environment also protects its subsurface ocean from radiation, creating a stable haven for life to evolve undisturbed for billions of years. Imagine an ocean world the size of Earth's biosphere, hidden beneath ice, where alien life has had as much time as life on Earth to develop complexity. If organisms exist there, they may not be primitive microbes, but potentially advanced multicellular beings. The very thought that a massive, protected ecosystem could be thriving in complete darkness, shielded from our view, is a chilling reminder that alien life may not be distant or rare. It may be right next door. Callisto's disturbing oceanic potential. Callisto, another of Jupiter's moons, often gets overshadowed by Europa and Ganymede. But recent findings suggest it too might harbor a subsurface ocean. Unlike Europa, Callisto's surface shows little evidence of geological activity, giving it an ancient, unaltered landscape scarred by craters. This suggests that if life exists beneath Callisto's ice, it has remained isolated for billions of years, possibly evolving along a completely separate trajectory from anything we know. Scientists suspect the ocean could be buried deep under the surface, insulated from Jupiter's intense radiation. The haunting possibility is that Callisto could host alien time capsules, life forms that branched off early in solar system history, representing a completely unique experiment in biology. If discovered, they might not only look alien but function on biochemical principles unlike anything on Earth. The mere idea of such a shadow biosphere shakes the foundations of biology and evolution. What disturbs scientists most is the chance that life may be common, hidden not on the warm surfaces of planets, but deep within the dark oceans of icy moons. Callisto may be the silent custodian of alien secrets older than humanity itself. The cryovolcanoes of Pluto's moon Charon, Pluto's largest moon, Charon, has been revealed as more than a frozen wasteland. NASA's New Horizons spacecraft captured evidence of massive cryovolcanoes on its surface, which are volcanoes that do not erupt molten rock, but instead spew water, ammonia, and other icy slurries. The scale of these cryovolcanoes suggests that Charon once had a geologically active interior capable of generating enough heat to drive such eruptions. For scientists, this raises profound questions. How could a relatively small moon sustain such activity? And does it mean there is, or was, an ocean beneath its icy crust? If so, that ocean could have provided a stable environment for microbial life. Even more unsettling is the idea that Charon's subsurface waters may still exist today, insulated by layers of ice and pressure. That would mean that not only is Pluto's system more dynamic than once thought, but it also hosts a potential cradle for life far from the Sun, rewriting the boundaries of habitability in our solar system. Enceladus hydrothermal vent mystery. Enceladus, one of Saturn's most intriguing moons, continues to baffle scientists with its striking geysers that shoot plumes of water vapor hundreds of kilometers into space. Cassini's flybys detected traces of hydrogen, carbon dioxide, and methane within these plumes, chemicals strongly associated with hydrothermal vent activity on Earth. On our planet, hydrothermal vents at the bottom of oceans teem with life, from tube worms to microbial colonies, surviving without sunlight. The similarity is chilling because it suggests Enceladus may host comparable ecosystems beneath its icy crust. This is not a mere hypothesis. The chemical signatures are consistent with active hydrothermal processes at the Moon's seafloor. If true, Enceladus is not just a frozen world, it is a living, breathing ocean system hiding life in complete darkness. The disturbing part is that life might already exist there, and it would be completely independent of Earth, proving that biology is not a one-time cosmic accident, but a natural outcome wherever conditions are right. That realization could redefine humanity's place in the cosmos. Signs of organic compounds on Ganymede, Jupiter's largest moon. Ganymede is already impressive for being the biggest moon in the solar system, larger even than Mercury. But what has disturbed scientists in recent years is the discovery of organic molecules on its surface. Organic compounds are the building blocks of life, and their presence suggests that Ganymede's icy crust may interact with the ocean hidden beneath it. Studies indicate that saltwater oceans deep under the surface could contain more water than all of Earth's oceans combined. The possibility that organics and liquid water coexist here makes Ganymede one of the strongest candidates for extraterrestrial biology. But what unsettles researchers the most is the Moon's magnetic field, which is unique among moons. This magnetic field hints at a molten, iron-rich core and may protect the subsurface ocean from harmful radiation, allowing it to be more habitable. With both protection and ingredients for life, Ganymede seems eerily primed for biology, forcing scientists to ask the uncomfortable question: if life is not there, then why not? Europa's disturbing red stains. Jupiter's icy moon Europa has long been a prime candidate for alien life, but one detail has truly unsettled scientists: the strange reddish-brown stains streaking across its icy surface. For decades, their origin was a mystery. Now, research suggests these discolorations may be caused by salts from the subsurface ocean that were altered by radiation. Even more alarming, some studies argue that these stains may contain organic molecules or microbial remains, effectively fossilized evidence of life that once made it to the surface. The very idea that alien biochemistry may be preserved in plain sight on Europa is deeply disturbing.